a really simple makeup look today. Would you guys like to see a makeup tutorial on this look? I just did my face, popped on some lashes, and it took me maybe like 30 minutes, which for me, that's fast. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is my second video. Today I am going to start a little segment of mine called A Tea with Kristen Leigh. You can see in the title, I will be talking about how I lost my job. Alright, so let's just start with the tea. Let's get at it. That's it. Okay, so as most of you may know, some of you might not, I don't know, I have been working, or I was working at T-Mobile, and I had been working there for almost, it would have been going on 4 years in August, I believe. It was a great job, a great paying job. I was working part-time and going to school doing this job, and I was making great money because it's hourly and commission. You have the opportunity to make as much as you want. What you put in is what you're going to get, and that's what I loved about the job. It had the opportunity for the unlimited income. Not only that, but the environment was fun to work in. The people were fun to work with. The company was great. I loved it. I absolutely loved my job. The good thing about this job as well was, since I was a full-time student in college trying to just finish my degree, they were extremely supportive of this, and they worked with my school schedule all the time. So that was a plus for me, especially being a college student. Good money, and it gave you the time to be successful in your college career. I obviously loved this job. I had the opportunity to network with a bunch of different people. It was never the same. Like, there was always a different situation every single day, and it was never the same. I loved that. Bad parts about the job: it was extremely demanding. Obviously, you have sales goals that you need to meet, which didn't necessarily bother me that much because when you met those goals, you'd get paid more. So who doesn't want money, or who doesn't like money? I can't say that I don't. Another thing is that you could be there all night. You could be there really early in the day. I do love consistency when it comes to like hours and stuff, and the hours could be a little bit crazy. Sometimes you'd open, sometimes you'd close, mid-shift. You would never know, really. It's kind of a lot. I had been asked to move up at T-Mobile numerous amounts of times, but I just wanted to focus on school, so I never took the opportunity just because I didn't want that to consume me, and I wanted the flexibility. So that's the reason why I didn't jump on the opportunity to move into a manager position while I was in college. Back in August of last year, 2019, I was beginning my last semester of college. I got cleared for graduation, super exciting. I knew that I really loved working for the company. I knew that the money was good. There was so much opportunity to move up. I'm trying to not be so scatterbrained right now. Okay, so in August of 2019, I was like, this is my last semester. I would love to make a career out of T-Mobile. This is going to be extremely good for me. I personally felt that I was really good at the job. I'm a people person, so I can easily talk to people and just make friendships and build relationships. That's what this job is all about. That's what T-Mobile is all about. Why not make a career out of this? And the way that it works here, or for the company that I worked for, or the person that I worked for, he did a lot of internal promotions. I decided I'm gonna try and move up. I went August, September, October of working my booty off. I worked really hard for 3 months, and on November 1st, I got my first manager position job as an assistant manager. It was just really exciting time. My parents were super proud, just because they knew how much I enjoyed this job, and it was gonna be like a new chapter of this job for me. I'm not even going to lie, it is a little bit overwhelming, but I loved it so much. Like I said, I feel like I do very, very well with people. It just comes really natural to me, the job. So I worked there November, December, January. They like to move people around a lot, which can be good because you'll never get complacent where you're at. And if you may not be a fan of the location, or as bad as it is to say, the people, then you have the opportunity to move and try something new and adapt to other people. So I didn't really mind the move until this happened. I was at the specific location as an assistant manager for 3 months. Out of the blue, I get moved to a different location. At first, I didn't feel that comfortable doing it, which I'm pretty open to new opportunities, but I don't know why. I have no idea why. I had been moved to so many locations before. I think it was because I was just starting to build my clientele at this location that now I had to move and go develop a new set of clientele at a different location. I go to this location, which I really enjoyed again. I don't think that I've ever been to a location that I was like, get me out of here. I adapted very well to wherever I was. I was at my new location. And then things started to get bad. I was there February, 2 weeks in March. No. Okay, so I'm there February. I'm there, I think, about a week in March. And a little bit into the second week of March, our store gets notified that we will be running on reduced hours because of the COVID-19 ordeal. That didn't even last very long. I think it lasted 3 days. Then we get word that our store is temporarily closing down due to COVID-19. I took this as an opportunity to relax. I had some health concerns, which I eventually ended up getting resolved, which is the whole reason I keep mentioning this surgery. Let me see. They're giving us updates, you know, as they go. Even though we wanted answers right then and there, I know that it was maybe a little far-fetched to be requesting that when they didn't even know themselves what to do. So then So April comes along, we're still out of work. Some stores are starting to get notified that they're opening up. It just so happened that my location wasn't one of them. I want to say maybe like around April 27th, my manager reaches out to me and he was like, hey, there's gonna be a call that is happening tomorrow. Everyone needs to be on. This is just for closed stores only. I didn't think anything of it. We had been on a call prior to the one that they were asking us to be on. I didn't find it alarming that it was only closed stores, but we did get this notification that we needed to be on this call for only the closed stores, which is my store. My store was one of the ones that was closed. Well, we get on this call, and this call was pretty much to let me know that I was losing my job. The store that I worked at was one of the locations that was being closed down, but I lost my job pretty much. I was a little in shock when I found out. I felt a little bad. I didn't do anything wrong for me to lose my job. Again, I was just a little bit in shock. I had been working again with this company for almost 4 years. I not necessarily took this as a sign. I just kind of saw it as an opportunity for another opportunity. As a matter of fact, a couple of days ago, I was talking to my grandma, and my grandma asked me, she was like, how's T-Mobile? And I told her, I was like, you didn't hear, Grandma? I lost my job. And she was like, what happened? So I went ahead and I told her, and she looked at me and she was like, you know what? She's like, everything happens for a reason. I know it's cliched, but it's true. She was like, everything happens for a reason. This is an opportunity for you to find something different and have some kind of change. And she's like, and I think that this is gonna be a great opportunity for you to find new opportunities. Dang, opportunity. Opportunities is what we're going at. So I looked at her and I was like, You are so right. You are so, so right, which I had already had that mentality, but she just kind of emphasized it in that moment when we were talking about it. So I had been looking for jobs. I have been looking for jobs. I'm not the kind of person that can just sit around at home and do nothing. I really, really can. I love being busy. I looked, I applied, I looked, I applied, I've been applying, and I hadn't really gotten anything back. I maybe have had, whatever, applied to like several jobs. About a week ago, I'm just here at home because I can't do anything, and I get a phone call. I don't answer, so if there's something about me, if your number is not saved in my phone, I'm not gonna answer, but if it's important, they'll leave a voicemail, is the way I think. I know it's horrible, but there's so many solicitors. I get so many spam calls to my phone that I don't even bother answering them anymore because they end up being fake calls. So I let it go to voicemail, and as soon as I get the voicemail, I was like, oh my gosh, this is an interview. And minutes later, they call me again. I'm like, yes. I answer, it's an interview. I really wasn't prepared to interview. I didn't even expect them to call me so quickly, but they did. So on the spot, there I am interviewing, figuring it out. I went ahead and asked my questions. That was the end of the phone call. Now it was just, I had to leave it in God's hands. Oh, I've had this out this whole time. Great. Oh my gosh, this one too. I immediately told my sister. She was like, I'm sure you did just fine. I was just telling her how badly like I wanted this. I don't have any experience in finance. Technically, personally, honestly, like do your job research online and you look at the qualifications. Since your degree is in journalism, a lot of the journalism employers expect you to have experience working for, you know, the Daily Journal at your university or campus or whatever it is. I don't have that kind of experience. Like I said, I worked all throughout college. I just have sales experience, customer service experience. A lot of these people are asking like a year of being a teller at a bank. I just told my sister, I just need this one opportunity. It's one thing for them to look at my resume and see what they do on paper, and it's another thing for them to get to know me and who I am and my work ethic and how well I can do the job or how determined I am to learn the job. It's just as simple as that. Well, folks, today I got an email that I got the job. I'm super excited, which I'll give more details later on as to where I'll be working. There are some cons, but there's also some pros. More pros in my opinion for me to take this job. I'm really, really sad to say goodbye to my T-Mobile life. I spoke to my parents, I spoke to everyone pretty much, and they are so right. If another opportunity comes my way, then I can always take it. And if I decide later on that I would like to go back to T-Mobile, I always can. But I am excited for this new chapter in my life, and I love change. Not all the time, but I think that it can do us some good. But really, that's the tea. That is it. I lost my job, but I found a new one. I was really, really scared because taking into consideration the circumstances, I was like, man, I'm gonna have a hard time finding a job. I found one. I'm finally going to put my finance degree to use, and I am finally gonna do something that is in my field of study. Whether I'm gonna like it or not, I don't know. No matter what happens, I'm gonna learn something. I'm going to get the experience, and I'm just going to take it and run with it and just be the best that I can be. And that's all you can do. Just know that if you were affected by COVID-19 or whatever it may be and you might have lost your job, all I have to say is don't be discouraged. Everything happens for a reason. There will be other opportunities for you. It may not be the one that you love, but there will always be room to grow in any way. You never ever know what will come out of it. So guys, that was the tea for today. This was my new segment, Tea with Kristen Leigh. I hope you all enjoyed. If you guys like videos like this, tea time or story time or whatever it is, let me know and maybe I can film another video similar to this. If you guys have any questions, just know that you all are free to ask me in the comments below. And again, if you all liked this video, then please like this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is, and follow me on all platforms of social media so that you guys get notified every time I post a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.
Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect.
I have a lot of hair. This is like my staple. These are really hard to chew. Goodness gracious, I look like